It's the beginning of October 2025, and this month I'm going to take you along with me on my knitting journey. So welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, you know that so far I have put out those sit and chat type of videos, and unfortunately I felt less and less motivated to do those lately, so I've decided for this little format change on the channel. I've been vlogging over the summer and it has been such fun, so we will try to do that for this month of October. Vlogging means, of course, more editing time, but it also takes less time in terms of preparations, so no scripting, no makeup, yoga clothes, and basically filming whenever I feel like it, and today is when I feel like it. So I'm going to show you what I'm knitting on and what I will continue knitting on this month of October. So basically these are the things that you can expect updates on before the end of the month. Maybe one or two of these will be finished by the end of the month, but probably not this one. This one is a lacy top. I've only just started on the lace. It's one of those classic lace patterns that sometimes are called feather and fan or peacock, because this pearl rainbows, I would call it a rainbow pattern. These pearl parts look like the tail of a peacock. This is an older pattern. I think it came out in 2018 maybe, but it's been in my Ravelry favorites for such a long time that when I bought this yarn I thought it would be a perfect yarn for this pattern. This is a combination, a blend of wool, silk and linen, so it's still, you know, feels almost like a summer knit still. It will be good for the transitional season, so it would actually be nice to have it finished now, and I'm of course late on everything as always, but okay, there's always another season hopefully. It's Susurro by Malabrigo, and it is the most beautiful yarn to work with. It's really soft and shiny. I think you can see how shiny it is. It really flies off the needle, like they say. It's really pleasant to work with. So looking forward to have this one finished. The pattern is called I Follow Rivers by Regina Mossmer, but I always forget to name patterns and yarns and stuff, so everything is always in the description below. I also have a pair of socks on the needles, and these are actually the ones that I started this summer while I was vlogging. I was vlogging about the making of another thing. I was making a tank top at the same time as I was making these, so you see the beginning of these in that vlog but not in any detail. So I started them in August and I'm still here. I'm really not enjoying knitting on these very much. Part of it is the yarn. This also has a complicated name. It's a hand-dyed yarn, so we'll put it on the screen or below. I was really looking forward to knitting with it when I bought it because it is a beautiful green, like a very luxurious green. But unfortunately, it's not very pleasant. The feel of it is not very pleasant, and this is also a very complicated, not complicated, but I mean elaborate cable pattern, and the yarn is probably too dark for it, so it doesn't really show, and that's part of why I don't particularly like it. Also, I'm having an issue with some of the eyelets. That again, it's very difficult to show here, but you can see where my finger is. There's eyelets on this side and there's of course eyelets on the other side as well, but on the other side they are not visible at all, and I don't think they will come out with blocking as well. It's just that The eyelet on one side is made before a knit stitch, and on the other side it's made before a purl stitch, so probably the way I tension the yarn is giving me issues there. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm very happy with this, but yeah, I've made the heel and the heel flap and gasset now, so I think I will just carry on, and at some point they will be finished. They're just not a priority because, again, I'm not enjoying making them, but because I always like to have something small on the needles, I have actually started a pair of fingerless mitts. This was like an impulse cast on. This is a free pattern, so it will be linked below. It's very pretty. It's a ribbed mitten with increases for the thumb, so you get a really nice line here. It's 3x2 ribbing. It's a free pattern, did I say that? Yes. This is a reclaimed yarn. You see how curly it is, but I'm not worried by that because I already made a hat with this same reclaimed yarn, and with blocking the stitches really really even out, and so yeah, there was no need to steam it before working with it because the blocking will fix it, and the fabric is not too bad anyway. Yeah, it will be 3 colors, these two and a darker teal. So yeah, not a priority as well because I'm working on them, you know, on the train to work, and just whenever I feel like doing something that I don't need to think about too much. And top priority is indeed a cardigan. I have knitted all of the body of these. This has been on the needles since February, literally, so like a long time. But it's I'm knitting it on 3mm needles, so I feel justified. And it's a mock cable pattern. It's really, really, really laborious. Yeah, a labor of love, they call it. I would call it a labor of stubbornness. It's an insane amount of purling. I've shown this before, but until August, it was basically a rectangle. So when I came back from the holidays, I was like, I need to finish this before the winter. And luckily, I was almost at the point where I was supposed to split. Sorry, there's someone knocking on the door. So I don't remember what I was saying, but basically, once I started shaping the armholes and then the neck, as you can see here, there is shaping here for the V-neck, but there's also increases to create this collar. It's like a shawl collar. Yeah, so the shoulders will be seamed together, and this part of the collar will be seamed to the back of the neck. I know it's not very visible, but it will look like this, more or less. So once I started doing all of that, it became a lot more interesting, and I was able to speed up on it a little bit. But like I said, it's an insane amount of purling, so it's very slow going, and you have to make all these little knots here, and that are also very slow going for me. But yeah, now I am on the sleeves. I'm knitting them together so that once they're done, I don't have to think about second sleeve and stuff. And I'm knitting them open or flat as it is in the pattern. I just wanted to modify and knit them in the round, thinking that they would go a bit faster, but I had some issues doing that because they have to be seamed up here. So I didn't know. I thought about possible solutions, you know, to speed up the process. I wanted to pick up the stitches first, which is what I like to do with sleeves. I think it gives me a neater finish. I cannot really seam, so I'm really worried about that. But that would have meant having the direction of the pattern upside down, because you probably cannot see very well on camera, but these have a direction, so I didn't want them to point in the opposite direction because this is knit bottom up. So if I change the direction of the sleeves from top to bottom, yeah, the pattern will be upside down, so I didn't want that. But having the sleeves open like this and knitting them from the bottom up is going to make it more difficult to try them on and to see if the length is correct. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure that this will turn out very well. And knowing myself, you know, when I'm not happy about something, I just can't tolerate it. I have to rip back and redo, and I do hope that I don't have to do that on these sleeves, because I really want to finish the cardigan, and it's been so much knitting, and well, yeah, I will have to find a solution. So stay tuned. There will be updates this month. Hopefully it will be finished this month. I'm actually thinking of blocking the body this weekend. So, and it's Thursday no, which day is it today? I don't even know, but I will block at the weekend, so maybe you'll see that on the blocking mat. Okay, I also have a couple of other things in the making, but I think I will show them in the next update. And since I am procrastinating work today for as long as possible, I thought I'd show you this cute little hat. I have just finished the tassel on it. I bound it off a few days ago and blocked it using this balloon. It's a free pattern by Soho, so it will be linked below. It has this ear flaps, is that what you call them? To protect the ears, basically, yeah, and these decrease lines that are also very cute. It's part of a set. It has the set is made of the hat with a pair of booties and a vest. So I will make the vest in another blue color later in the month. It's Monday today, Monday morning, and I see that I have crazy Monday morning hair today, but I had a very productive weekend because it was raining, so I could sit and knit a lot, and I made progress on all of my projects, including one that I haven't shown yet. It's this Mohair t-shirt. It's worked with 2 strands of mohair, and I have actually bound off the bottom with the Italian bind off, which is my favorite bind off, and it looks really pretty. So we are going to dress Dolly with this one today, so you can see it entirely. Let's see, Dolly. Here we go. This is it. Let me lower the camera. There. I have, so the pattern has short sleeves. This sleeve is still in progress. I mean, the other one is in progress as well. But with this one, following the pattern, I should only knit like 5 or 6 rows and then make little hem like this, like very short. My plan was to lengthen the sleeves and get them to, how do you call this? Well, halfway down, whatever. What is it? 3/4 length, 3/4 length sleeve. That's what I wanted. I had started on this side, but I picked up the wrong needle size, which is something that we sometimes do, right? And so I have to rip it back, but I'm going to start on the other one first. Let me come back. yeah, I'm going to start on this one. I've put the tiny circular here, and I will, this is the right size, 4mm needle, and I will see where the yarn that I have gets me to. I have weighted it. These are the two balls. One of the problems I'm having with this project is that the darker color is longer than the lighter color. It's the same brand, same product, but one color is longer than the other. So I have weighted the balls now, and they are 12 grams and 14 grams, and being mohair, this will go a long way, but I'm not sure if it will be enough to go down to this length, and I will still try. I think it's worth a try, and in the worst case I would just rip back again. I had to rip back the hem because I made another silly mistake. This was on hold, let's say, in hibernation, as I say, for the whole summer, because it wasn't possible to knit on it during the summer. It's too plushy and warm, but when I picked it up, I forgot that the ribbing is twisted ribbing, so I just knitted a normal ribbing at the bottom, and then I was like, how ugly is this ribbing? I don't like it. And then I looked at the collar and I realized that it was twisted ribbing, so I had to rip back, and I was able to rip back quite easily, so that was a relief. The yarn didn't tangle and everything. And I'm setting aside, so I actually reused the yarn even. It didn't lose its fluffiness or anything. So I'm confident that I will be able to rip back the wrong sleeve. And maybe reuse the yarn, because I'm obviously trying to use every gram now, because this is all that I have left. So yeah, I need to. Okay, I have no idea how to film this, so hold my phone in a way that is not in the way of what I'm gonna show you, but I think you can see that we need some miracle blocking here because of all this puckering here. The yarn relaxed a lot for the first partial blocking that I did, so I think it will work out, but at the moment I am kind of worried. But there is something more worrying than the puckering. Something I haven't noticed so far. How could I not see this? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And these are the chairs that I'm going to cover with this fabric that I bought yesterday at the fabric market. I swear it's a perfect color match. The camera just picks it up differently. It's very bright here downstairs, so I think that is why. And this is a situation that we're going to fix. The faux leather is peeling, and almost all of the chairs are in this situation now. So yeah, I will try to fix them today. Good evening. I just saw that the light is not ideal in this spot. This is my favorite chair, but unfortunately the light here is not very good because the window's behind me. And yeah, it's 6 o'clock, so I thought it would be okay, but never mind. It's 6 on a Tuesday. I've just come back from work, and before I make dinner I still have a ton of things to do, so this is a very quick check-in. Tonight I might fix my mistake in the lace if I'm not too tired. We will see if that happens. The other thing I need to do and I want to do is put together, so seam together the sleeves, not the sleeves, the shoulders on the cardigan. This is also something I've been putting off because it will take some brain power, but you've seen that I've done quite a few things at the weekend. I'm editing this as I go, so I'm not sure what the final edit will be, but I'm reasonably sure that I will leave some photos or some clips of what I did at the weekend, especially the dining chair. That was a lot of fun, and I did it with my daughter. So yeah, it was nice. At the weekend, I have also decided to frog the baby vest. Look how big it is, and it's so elastic that it almost fits me. I knew that my gauge was off, but not this much. Yes, the light is definitely wrong because the color is completely wrong, but you've seen this before, I think. I don't even know anymore. Anyway, this is the baby vest that goes with a hat. I'm sure you've seen the hat. So the gauge is off, but the hat was the right size still, or a baby size. This is not a baby size anymore. This is like a toddler size, or even more than that. So I will definitely frog it, and before doing that I will count my stitches so that I can cast it on again, you know, and get a more reasonable size. I don't remember how big newborns are anymore, but yeah, something like this seems reasonable. The cat is mewing, he wants to come in, so time for me to go. I will let you know what I do tonight, the lace or the shoulders, and I will take you outside now. We are going to scoop up the dead leaves, the fallen leaves. They are very beautiful on the floor of my garden, of my yard, but they really need to be taken away because it's like a carpet of leaves. So it started raining at some point, so I had to take the camera inside, but I'm done with the leaves, and I also picked 3 figs. It's the last figs on our tree now, but yeah, always worth it. And now I'm going to feed that one. Abby? Hey! Good morning. It's Tuesday and I am literally ready to leave for the airport. I'm going to Italy to spend a week with my parents. I'm not sure what you will see of this week because, well, the whole idea is to go there and spend time with them. So I won't be filming things, but I anticipate a lot of crafting time, both, with the traveling and sitting and chatting with my mom. So I wanted to show you what I am taking with me. I'm taking this yarn cake that you've seen me caking up in a previous clip. This is a Merino Single, hand dyed, and it's going to be a mini scarf. It's probably going to be a Mara scarf by Audrey Borrego. Yeah, that's the most likely candidate for the moment, but we will see. And I haven't cast it on yet, so there's going to be more. And I'm going to take my 2 sleeves. This is where I'm at. This is more or less one third of the sleeve. Yeah, one third more or less. And I'm planning to finish this week. This is going to be my priority rather than the mini scarf, because I want to be able to have the sweater, the cardigan, as a finished object by the end of the month, and by the time I come back it will be almost time to wrap up this monthly vlog for October. Oh, it's like pouring down outside. Thank you for that. I'll be out in the rain apparently. Yes, anyway, I want to be able to show this as a finished object at the end of the month when I come back on Saturday. So it's really time to wrap up this October video, and I'm happy to say that I have almost finished the 2 garments that I really wanted to finish this month, which are these 2, one I'm wearing and one Dolly is wearing. The one I'm wearing is fully blocked, but I still have to weave in ends and to sew on the buttons. I will show you the buttons in a second. This one is finished but unblocked, and I still have to weave in the ends. These are things that I tend to put off because I don't enjoy them. Not even the blocking, the whole process of soaking the thing and then laying it down. I find it boring, so I tend to procrastinate, but it's okay. It will be done. You will see it maybe in a future video if I wear these things. I was also thinking that this looks festive enough to be my Christmas jumper this year. I don't like traditional Christmas jumpers, the one with the color work. That is completely not my style. But this one, I think, with it's frilly, and color wise, it's also with this white, it's also festive enough. I hope that with the blocking, these ruffles will sit a bit more neatly. But even if they stay like this, I think it will be okay. I'm not talking in depth about this because I will make a separate video, as I have already done for other garments of my 2025 knitting project. So if you're interested in that, you can look for them on the channel. They are in a separate playlist. The interesting thing, or for me, it was interesting because it was like there was a lot of suspense in the end, because I wanted to use up the yarn that I had, but I also wanted to get the sleeves to a certain length. The original pattern has short sleeves, so this would have been a t-shirt. But I don't think I have a use for a mohair t-shirt, whereas with a bit more length in the sleeves, it becomes like, more wearable. So these sleeves are still a bit on the short side, but they get below my elbow. So I think that should be enough. Now, this other one, this was one of the longest things that I have worked on in my whole knitting career, and I will make a video on the making of this as well. So if you're interested, that's where you have to go, it's not ready yet. So you will have to wait a few weeks probably. I'm so happy that it's done. I couldn't have it on my needles anymore. I didn't particularly enjoy knitting it, if I'm honest, so I'm happier to have it done than to have it on the needles. You know, sometimes there are some things, some knits for which I really enjoy the process, and when they're done I'm like, okay, it was fun, I could make another one. This one I couldn't make another one, and I'm sorry to say this, but unless you love purling, which usually is not the case for most knitters, you wouldn't enjoy making this. It's an insane amount of purling. I've said it before on the podcast. It was really, really challenging to finish it, but I'm very stubborn, so I knew it would be finished at some point, and I'm very happy that it is finished. There are also a couple of things that I don't 100% like. One of these is that the sleeves are super long. I don't like my sleeves this long, and I already shortened them by 3 centimeters, so they would have come down to here. It's true that I am very petite, so probably I have short arms proportionally, but in the pattern the sleeves were supposed to be 49 centimeters from the cuff to the underarm. 49 is very long, so typically a sleeve is 42, 43 maybe, not longer than that. So these are really seriously long, and of course I could roll up the cuff if I wanted to, but because these are knitted flat and then seamed, you would see the seam under here, which is okay, no one would see it, but I still find it a bit annoying. The other thing is the sleeve cap here. There's a bit too much fabric. If you see it, it's also my shoulder's fault. Not that I can do anything about it, but I have very square and pointy shoulders, so I typically prefer raglan constructions or deeper drop shoulders, or even, well, if it's a set-in sleeve, I normally start a bit higher up to, or, you know, I start the increases, because I normally knit top down, so I start the increases a bit in rather than out, because I don't want to emphasize the square shape of my shoulders, and this one does emphasize it. It looks more like a jacket than a jumper, and it's still okay because it has, with the collar as well, it has that vibe. But I was kind of hoping to wear it as a cardigan as well, as an indoor. I mean, yeah, seeing as it is, I think it could double up as an outdoor jacket, which is also a possibility. I mean, I just have to reconsider how I want to wear this. But if you see here, there's a bit of fabric here as well, so it doesn't sit perfectly, and that's because it was knitted bottom up, and the sleeves as well, and then the sleeves were seamed into the armhole, which is not something that I do. I haven't done it in, like, I don't know, 25 years maybe, and that made me very nervous. So everything considered, I think it turned out quite well. The seam is very neat. It looks okay. So in that sense, I'm happy. I'm just not, it's just not my favorite thing. But okay, if you're thinking you knew it beforehand and you still decided to knit this, you're completely right. So I'm not complaining about the pattern. I knew what I was going into. Now, the buttons. I haven't decided yet. I have a few options. So the ones I wanted to use originally are these ones. These are ceramic handmade buttons, and I still think they would be a great option, but they are wider than my button band, and that I don't like. So if they were like this, I would go for these. But I think they are a bit too wide. They are also considerably heavy compared to other buttons, which shouldn't be a problem. I've used ceramic buttons before, and what I did was attaching another button at the back, so a smaller button at the back, so that the thread pulls on the other button and not on my fabric. And that is working all right with the other cardigan that I use the ceramic buttons for. The thing that is really disturbing me here is that they are wider than the button bands. So as lovely as they are, I don't think these will be an option. I have these other plastic buttons in a similar color, and I think they could look all right. How do you show this? This is it. I think this might be a good option. Yeah. I also have these brown ones, also very classic. Oh, they are so brown that it's difficult to show them. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a coffee brown or a chocolate brown. And finally, these blue ones. What do you think? These are vintage buttons that I had in my stash. I don't even know where they come from. Possibly from my aunt's aunt, who was a seamstress, and she had all these vintage buttons. The problem with these ones is that they are a bit heavier and they don't, I'm not sure they will sit flat. And I like this because they make a bit of contrast. So they will be, oops, no way I can show them properly, but yeah, you see the contrast of the blue and the brown. I think it looks very good. And this yarn has a little blue in it. I know that one of my friends who's probably watching will be saying out loud, no, there is no blue, because that's what she kept telling me, that she doesn't see the blue in this. And it isn't much, but I see it. So I wouldn't mind having some blue here. And then, like I said, I like the contrast. So basically 3 options. These 2 more classic one, chocolate brown or beige. This is a very classic button. The shape is very classic as well. Or the blue ones. If you want to let me know what you think, I would be grateful. I don't think I will have the strength to sew on these buttons very soon. So you have time. Even if you watch this in 2 weeks, the chances are that the buttons will still laying there on top of the folded cardigan. Okay, so to finish off the update, I have to show you, or I want to show you the other things I have done. This is also a half-finished object. It is not only unblocked, but it's literally half of the project because it's a glove, a sleeveless mitten, a sleeveless mitten. I just wanted to show you how pretty this increase line is. This is really nice. This is reclaimed yarn, as you can see. I think I said it at the beginning of the video when I presented this project. I am in no hurry to make the other one. I'm thinking now that it would probably be my travel project when I go home for Christmas a few days. It's quick and easy and of course very, very portable. And I think I might make more of this with some scrap sock yarn or something. This is not sock yarn, this is 100% merino, but the weight is the same as sock yarn, so it would work perfectly well with your yarn scraps. And I have these 3 colors that I like together, but I think it would look equally nice with smaller stripes, for example, or even one color. The original pattern had 1 color, and yeah, they're very nice. Very, also the fit is really perfect. I'm knitting the first size, I think. Yeah, first size. The only thing I did is put on a few more stitches here on the thumb because it looked a bit too tight, and I think I made the right choice. I don't have particularly chunky thumb, so but 5 more stitches were useful. Okay, and then last but not least, my t-shirt. The one that I had to like redo a bit of the lace for. I had a bit of a hiccup there, but now I have only just divided for the sleeves. It's not very visible, but you can see it here, and I'm really happy now with how it's turning out. I think it will be a very nice piece, and I will wear it a lot in the spring. One thing that hasn't seen any progress, despite being Socktober, my only sock that I have on the needles at the moment has not seen much progress. I said before that I am not really enjoying this project, and yeah, it will be finished at some point, but yeah, I normally like to knit socks, but this one not in particular. So I will talk more about it when I finish one of them. Yeah, there's not long to go. I have small feet, so probably what, 2 or 3 repetitions, and then no, less than that. Maybe two repetitions and then the toe, and then it will be done. And then I will block it and see if it's worth making the second one, because one of the things that I'm not happy with is how the lace is turning out. Now it's on my hand. You can really see the eyelets on this side, but you cannot really see them on the other side. The light is also not helping. I can vaguely see them. They are here, but they're not visible enough, and they are definitely less visible on one side than the other, which I don't like. So we will see. Updates to follow in a future video. Oh no, I still have this one. So when I went to Italy, yes, I think my last update was the one where I said I was going to spend a few days with my parents in Italy, and I cast on this scarflet or mini scarf or whatever you want to call it, with again a Merino Single, a hand-dyed yarn that I bought a while ago. I didn't really have a use for it, and I thought, why not try and make one of these? And I have to say that I am quite happy with how it's turning out, and this is one of those projects that I'm really enjoying making. So when this is finished, I will miss it, and maybe I will cast on another one, because I have another skein of this yarn in a different color, or maybe I'll go for something different. But it's fun, and it's engaging, because it has all these different yeah, every line, not every line is different, but it changes quite a lot, and it has the I-cords at the sides, so it's really fun to knit, and also quick and easy, and very, again, transportable. So I'm knitting these on the train, and for various reasons I've been taking the train. After I came back from Italy, I've been taking the train for mid to long distance journeys, so this has been perfect for that purpose, and I can't wait to have it finished. I'm actually planning to gift it to someone, to a friend. So yeah, I'm going to ship it to her, and hopefully she will like it. Okay, this is it for the month of October, and well, I think it's enough craft-wise. I've done a lot of things. I've also done a lot of things that are not crafting. Of course, the rest of my life was happening in between, and it's been really interesting to try and film, you know, like a crafty vlog, because it made me realize how much else there is and how little time I have for knitting in reality. I still think that I knit quite a lot in my day. But yeah, there is so much else. So it did sparkle some reflections on, you know, again, what knitting is for me, which was kind of the purpose of all of this. Also, that setback that I had with the lace top, you know, it was a way for me to, to just do things with a little more attention. So I think I will do it again. Let me know if you liked it, if you enjoyed it or not, and what you would like to see and what you would like me to change or to approach differently. Because again, I'm experimenting with this. I am still trying to find out what I like to do. So any input on your side is very, very welcome. And I already have a November project that is about to start. So you will see something different in November again. And that's a good reason to subscribe to the channel to get notifications at the end of November when the new video will come out. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.